be another pit for me to throw money into. Look at that tiny little G.I. Joe figure. It's so cool. The thing is huge. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Another Phoenix trip. Today we're on a toy hunt. Found a good store here. The mural on the wall looks fantastic, so I think we're in for a treat. Look at this mural. It's beautiful. Boba Fett. That's Spider-Man here. Good old Transformers Autobots logo. Sonic. This guy. Batman, G.I. Joe, and then this guy, who I don't know who he is. And Batman. And this guy. It is blazing hot out, so let's head on in. This place is massive. I think we're gonna find some good things here. Look at this. Just goes on and on. I don't know if I said we are at the collector's market, and I think we're in Tempe. First stop, we have turtles. We have the giant ones and the Turtles in Time figures, which I do not have, and I have been looking for. The trouble is getting these home. I'd really like them in the box. Oh, they even have the foot soldier. I just wouldn't be able to get home safely without being destroyed. I can get it home open. Box would have to stay behind. They have some more of the 2-packs. Man, this is a good start. They do have the NECA Chrome Dome. That is one of my favorite ones. I don't have also. I just kind of recently got into NECA. So I have a lot to go, and that's $60, which actually is not bad. And if you're a Pop Funko person, this is the place to be. Some Marvel and DC. Actually, this is all DC. I don't know my superheroes. Oh, look at those shoes. Those cool Wonder Woman shoes. Now here you go for you Marvel people. Just an entire shelf of them. I think I can name probably like maybe 5 to 10 characters. Pretty sure these yellow guys are the guys from Monsters Inc., the hazmat guys. Nice to see they made it over to Marvel. Oh my goodness. They have tons of boxed Marvel and DC toys here too. Oh my lord. I can definitely see the appeal of collecting superhero toys. They just look fun, but I'm so far out of it. It's just not for me anymore. It should be another pit for me to throw money into. And I've got enough of those right now. We're in Star Wars now. This is more my speed. Some good stuff in here. Oh, that's a wonderful figure. I do not have. I've been out of Star Wars for a little bit, just because the shows and movies have been very hit or miss, and I'm just kind of burnt out on it. But the new Ahsoka show does look great, so I'm pretty pumped for that. I think they'll get me back in. Right now, I'm just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Look at this old playset. Looks like it's Tatooine. It's the Sandcrawler and the Escape Pod that R2 and C-3PO come down on. I think, what, 150? I really don't know what it goes for, but if I live nearby, I could be convinced. Looks like they have some of the lightsabers you can pick up from Disneyland and World too. And this one here is actually one you'd make at the lightsaber workshop there. So someone must have traded this in, because you can sell stuff at the store. And that's actually really, really cool. So if you're looking to part ways with stuff, this looks like to be the place to go to. Look at this episode 1 creature. I can't remember what it's called. Definitely something I love from that movie. Episode 1 is kind of near and dear to me. I love it. It's way better than people give it credit for. Might have to pick that up for 15 bucks. Hey, some more Star Wars little people. They even have a boxed one too. That's awesome. They have episode 1 in VHS, and I actually have that. Someone at work brought it to me, so it sits on my work desk. Looks like they have some horror masks and toys too. I don't really collect any horror toys. And one of my favorite toys from the past year or so has been the TMT with the Universal's Monsters crossover. Phenomenal toys, and the Bride of Frankenstein is actually the only one I need right now to get caught up to all the releases. But these boxes are just so nice that I'm a little worried about it being damaged in transit. Because look at that. Just awesome. And $39.99 really isn't bad. I think retail might be $35, but I've been having trouble finding her in the area back at home. Look, I got some Gremlins here too. My brother would love that. He loves that movie. I've never seen it in full. Man, that is cool. $250. The thing is huge. Looks like we're heading into G.I. Joe Alley. Whoa! I didn't realize they made G.I. Joe little people too. Like how the little people keep showing up everywhere we go. So great. G.I. Joe is actually something I recently got into after the whole Transformers movie. Spoiler alert. Great movie if you haven't seen it. So they have some vintage vehicles in here. Right now I'm just collecting the new classified line. Wow, $70. Look at that tiny little G.I. Joe figure. That's so cool. There might be a point where I get into the vintage stuff. But if you can tell, I mean, look at the vehicles. They are massive. I mean, this just one here, the spaceship. Take up a whole shelf. do have a decent selection of the classified line. And this is something I can get on the plane and back home easily, because I'll unbox it and I don't need to keep the box for these. So we might have to pick a couple up. And so we have some vintage figures. Just so expensive. I mean, people will get them. And we got what, Gung Ho back there? It's for 90. Everything here looks very clean, organized, and in great condition. So I mean, you're kind of paying for that guarantee that you're not going to be getting something that is sticky and missing items. So I'd say it's worth it. Peace of mind. One part of the store is just model kits and kind of anime figurines. Pretty sure, what is Dragon Ball Z, right? No clue who any of these figures are. I'm pretty sure that's the person on the mural outside. That's where he was from. But it's just not what I'm into. But they have hundreds. It's impressive. We got Pokemon. This is something I can get behind. I remember collecting little figures like this that used to come in the Pokeball back in the day. Even more statues. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Gonna have to censor that. Censored. My God, he's just hulking out. Oh my lord. You can get all the manga you need. Sheesh. It's a floor-to-ceiling wall of it. It's impressive. Alright, out of the, we'll just call that the Japan anime video game section. And into Transformers. Never seen that Prime before. It's a really cool color. Man, they have a lot of stuff. They have the crossover figures too. You got some Star Wars in there. And then Marvel crossover too. Some G1 in here. Can't go wrong with that Soundwave statue, like right out of the cartoon. Same with Prime. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Talking about toys. I'm a nerd. Depth Charge, that is one of the best Beast War figures. Some Dinobots, man. Trouble is going to be making a decision on anything here. It's probably a good thing that I don't live nearby. It would be so poor. Everything in the store is organized really well. I am very impressed. Probably the best organization that I've seen. And a smart move. They do have baskets in case you need to purchase a lot. And the best part, it's an old Toys R Us basket. Oh, here we go. Got some Motu. This is my kind of stuff here. It's like kind of just a random assortment of everything. Wondering why some things are so much. Oh, it's a set. So you get Panthor and Skeletor for 60. That seems a little high. I mean, to each your own. I'm assuming that's a vintage Orko, right? Looks like they have some vehicles too. Pretty cool. There's a vintage Too Bad, and we picked that up in my last toy hunting video. And he's for $14.99. We paid for $15. The one we got at the flea market had a shield and looked a little cleaner too, so I think we made out pretty good there. Now I do want to start collecting these guys here. This is from the 2003 Masters line. And that is kind of what I grew up with. And I've been getting a lot of carded ones, just kind of almost honestly on accident. I don't actively go out trying to find it. It's just when I see it, I get it. Because when are you going to see that again, you know? Yeah, right back there. This is the old McDonald's toys. They have more stuff up top. Boxed slime pit from the 2003 line. I want 90 for it. And I kicked myself because I almost had that on eBay for like 25 one day and I just didn't pull the trigger. What a shame. Look at that, they have a 2003 Castle Grayskull sealed too. I want 200, which, man, if I live nearby, I'd be picking that up right away. They have a Battle Bones there. See that little guy right there? That is a giant skeleton monster that actually you plug your toys into, and it carries them. Found some awesome Simpson toys. They even have Quickie Mart with a boo. Super 7 is making new Simpson toys that look fantastic. They're just really expensive. We're in Pop Funko land now. It is insane how popular these are. Man, it's just, look at it, and then it goes on to another room. We have some figures from the new TMT Mutant Mayhem movie. I'm really looking forward to that one. The toys are really good for it, surprisingly, so I'm excited to start collecting that line. I can guarantee it. If you're trying to find a specific Funko, it's gotta be here. I've never seen this many in my life. And it's organized really well too. I'm even impressed, and I don't collect it. Here's a list of the things they're looking to get. So if you're selling, you have these, this is the place to go. This is the difficult part, narrowing down what I'm gonna buy. Gotta keep in mind, it's gotta go on luggage. The restriction might help. let's see. Time to start picking out some toys with a good old Toys R Us basket. Spoiler alert! Didn't film myself shopping. Oswald from the future here. Realized I was about to start cracking open the toys. I did not show you what I purchased. I only showed you a couple of things. There were a couple loose items that I did buy. And before I put on the shelves and opening the packaging, I'm gonna show you guys first. And to start off, we'll go with the G.I. Joes. Went with a Duke and Ram bike there. This is something I actually have not seen in person before, and I'm just getting into G.I. Joe, the classified series, so figured why not, let's pick it up. And I don't know, was that price good or not? You know, when it comes to buying these things, usually buying online is cheaper, you know, but gotta support your local stores, and if not, they're gonna go away, and then one day you're gonna be like, hey, where's the stores? Well, you didn't buy it from them, so I'm always willing to pay a little bit more to ensure, hey, the stores stay around. Picked up a Dusty figure. $24.99, which that's kind of retail, so that's not bad. And then I picked up here Recondo, because look at that beautiful, beautiful mustache. Can't go wrong. And that was $29.99, so that's a little bit more than retail, I believe, but I'm cool with it. And then next up, Masters of the Universe, the early 2000s line, and this is the kind of the first loose figures that I picked up as a, let's say, adult collector, I suppose, because I played with them a ton as a kid and had tons and tons of figures. Looks like they're both complete, I believe. I randomly started collecting boxed figures of the early 2000s line. Not on purpose, it's just kind of something that started. But I can't bring myself to open them. Because, you know, they're a limited thing. There's not going to be more boxed early 2000 figures. So when I find them, I just keep them in the box. We have a Triclops back there. He's blocked by the Super 7 Laughing He-Man. But yeah, so I figured why not start collecting some loose so I can have some on the shelf. You know, pose them, mess with them, and we'll have a box and a loose collection. Well guys, that's gonna do it for me at Collector's Market in, I think, Tempe, Arizona, kind of near Phoenix. I think it's just Tempe is a smaller town or city within Phoenix. But regardless, that was awesome. That was one of the best stores I have been into. It is a shame that I don't live near here, so I can't get big items. Got some loose things, the He-Man, some G.I. Joe. Didn't really get any Turtle or, what's the other one, Transformers. Just because those are the bigger items, and some of them were in boxes I didn't want to be able to bring home. But man, that was phenomenal. I just can't get over it. That was a lot of fun. For the first time going to a different city, state, doing toy collecting, I'm excited for the future holds for this, because that was awesome. Till our next adventure, I've been Oswald, you've been the viewer. Happy collecting, and as they say, Oswald at Endswald.